channel. I'm Christina, and today I would like to share with you how I transitioned from my first bullet journal to the second one and take you through the new spreads that I've created in my second bullet journal. Both journals are Lochtron 1917 A5 dotted grid. The first one was a light blue one, and the second one I decided to be a bit more adventurous and go for a bright orange. I had to move to a new journal in the beginning of September, which was really nice, and the timing was perfect. So before that, I had to go through the first bullet journal and check what I wanted to transfer to this one. Now, moving to a new bullet journal can be considered as a hassle for some, with all the spreads you need to recreate. For me, however, I quite liked it because now I could choose which spreads to include in my new bullet journal and in what order, and I also could change them around if needed to make them even better. So I really liked it. My second bullet journal looks more cohesive, it makes more sense to me, and it's more easier to get to the pages and the spreads that I need to do almost every day. So you get to put all the important spreads at the beginning of the journal. That's another thing. So that you have easier access to them rather than having them spread in different places in your bullet journal and you have to go through to find them. This of course can be avoided if you have a disc-bound journal where you can keep your pages and remove the ones that you don't want to, like this one I've got. This is a more private, personal journal that I don't share much. It's a William Hanna one and the quality is unbelievable, but as you can see I can take off pages like this and rearrange them in the order I want, keep them and remove the ones that I don't want from the back, and so on. So this is one of the pros that a disc-bound journal has, but my main bullet journal is this one and now this one, so I'll show you with you how I transitioned to the orange one. So the first thing I did was to go through my first bullet journal and note down which spreads I wanted to transfer to the new one. I noted everything down and then I had to decide the order that I wanted them to be in my next bullet journal. This was a bit tricky because you have to rearrange things between 2-page spreads, 1-page spreads and all that, but in the end I did it, and once I was happy with the order, then I started to recreate each spread and making the necessary changes that I thought were needed, like different drawings or adding more things, changing things around and all that. So that's how I did the transition. So now I'll take you through my new bullet journal and show you which spreads I've recreated and in what order. So let's get started. Well, this is the index that I am I don't put a lot in the index. As you can see, I just put the months. I will put October is, for example, from 38 until 55. I will not put exactly each page I create, but I know that if I want to go to find something that happened in October, it will be within those pages. But of course, if it is a specific spread, like a special spread like the, for example, level 10 life, I will actually write it down like this. So the very first page, I want it to be special. I wanted to include a quote that would mean something to me, and every time I open my bullet journal, it would make me happy just by looking at it. And I had a lot of quotes to choose from, but I decided to go with one I found in Pam Grout's book E Cubed, which is one of my favorites. And what Pam suggests is every day you wake up, you say this phrase, something amazing is going to happen today, and really believe it. And truly amazing things happen to you, I promise. So I came up with this arrangement on my first page, and I really like it. The second page, I wanted to include my word of the year, which is challenge. And I also wanted to include the mission statement of the year, which is to constantly be striving to be the best version of myself and to have fun in my journey through life, which I really like. But I wanted to include it in a different way than before. I wanted to make like a little drawing and make it more special. And when I saw Nicole's air balloons, I loved them. So I knew it would be, I had to recreate that. And I actually really like the way it turned out. So these 2 pages I love, and they make me happy every time I open my journal. Moving further, I always keep a useful phone numbers page in my journal. I had before, and I did it again. It's nice to have the important numbers at hand, especially for me that I changed country and I didn't know things around here. I needed to have them, like the emergency numbers. But also my kids, I've taught them to know, like if something happens, they can open this journal and go to the page and know how to call in case of emergencies. Moving further, I changed my key completely. I had a whole list of things with triangles or circles and different things like that confused me, and in the end I wasn't using any of that. So for me, everything is a task with a dot. And if it's completed, I just cross it. If it's migrated, I will have an arrow. And if I don't do it or cancel, it will be like crossed like this. The only thing I note is birthdays with a little present and anniversaries with a little heart. And that's it. I keep things simple, and I think it works better for me. I don't want to overcomplicate things. But of course, everyone is different, and if you like to have different symbols for different things, like different symbol for events or appointments and things like that, by all means, you can do whatever you want in your journal. I kept my color code the same. It makes sense to me, and straight away I know that, for example, orange is housework, or the green is for my kids and things like that. And I use this throughout the bullet journal. Now, the next page is my year at a glance, with the events and birthdays and all that included. I wanted to have it in a 2-page spread. My previous journal, I had it in a 4-day spread, but I just wanted to have at a glance what's going on in the next 12 months. I started, as you can see, from September and it finished in August. So I wanted it to be like this, so I know the next months what's happening, not the whole year, from January I mean. And I really like it. For me it works perfectly, because that's how many things I need to write down. If you have more things that you need to note down, of course this space might not be enough for you, but for me it worked perfectly. I love the layout, I love the colors, and yeah, I can straight away see what's happening during the next months. For my future log, as I've shown in a post, I'm using this one, which is brilliant. I am not planning things usually more than the next 6 months, and if I do, well, I know them differently, but for me this is how it works. I'll have another post dedicated to this type of future log I'm using, and I'm gonna leave a link at the information below if you want to check it out. But yeah, its column here is one of these 3 months, and I write down what's happening and the time, and if it's completed or if it's cancelled or whatever. And that works perfectly for me. I have a color code to know what these dates mean, and it's fine. It's really, really good. I really like it, and dare I say, I preferred the Calendex. That was really confusing. I had to go to Calendex, check the date, see the page, go to that page, find out. Too complicated. For me, this works better. This is the level 10 life, level 10 goals spread. I've seen it at Boho Berries, and I read the book by Hal Elrod, A Miracle Morning, and I wanted to include it again. In this bullet journal, I changed a bit around with the way I show each category with these cubes. I prefer it than the circle thingy. My brain works better like this. I can see straight away what's going on. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is much better, and I changed a bit my level 10 goals, and I come to it at the end of the month, at the end of 3 months usually, and check how my life is going in all of these categories and what changes I can make. The next spread is the books I want to read, and these are books, a list of books that I want to read in the very near future. They are older publications that I really want to start reading as soon as possible. I have a huge wish list on Goodreads, and what I want to read, it never ends. I think I have more than 400 books, but these are the books that I really, really want to tackle next. And these are the new books that are coming out per month, new publications that are the ones that I really want to read, or they are sequels to trilogies and things like that I want to catch up with. So this keeps me organized, and I can plan ahead which books to read for the month. And these are the books that I've read till now. I've read a few more, haven't added them here, but yeah. I have a challenge on Goodreads to read 60 books. Hopefully I'll do it by the end of the year. I've been quite busy lately, and I haven't been reading as much as I wanted to, but yeah, I'll just try to do that. This is my planning routine. This page, I think, is one of the only pages that I've kept exactly like it was. I love the way it looked, so I didn't change a thing. My housework routine, on the other hand, I changed some things around, and I did a different doodle here and there, but I saw that things were not working for me. The routine I created before, it didn't suit my needs right now, so I changed some things around. So yeah, this is the improved version. And this is my menu planning. It's, oh my god, it's every day to think what to cook the next day. So I'm trying to organize things. Like, I have, for example, every Monday I will do either pasta or ladero, which is Greek, or Tuesday usually is fish and all that. So I know that I can choose from all these, and I'm planning to add more, obviously. But this really, really helps me. I've changed a bit the banner at the top, and I added a few more meals, but generally this page was almost the same. And this is my main supermarket list, where I go and I check what I've got before I go to the supermarket, make my list. And this really helps. Before I was forgetting things every time, but now I go through this list and I know exactly what's needed to be bought. Lastly, this is my vegetable list. I am eating a lot of vegetables, and I write down the main ones that I constantly buy, and this is nice to go and write down what's needed again, like the supermarket list. From here starts the months of September and October and all that. And I've been sharing on my blog post how I set up each month. If you care to take a look, I'll leave links below to see how I've done it. So this is how my first spreads in the new bullet journal look, and I'm really happy with them and the way they turned out. Again, having a second bullet journal is better. Obviously, you've experimented with the first and now you know exactly what you're doing, and having those spreads in the beginning is so easy. Now I can just go to my future log and this one here at a glance and see exactly what's going on, and go to my weekly and write down the things that I want to do for each day. It works perfectly. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want, let me know in the comments below, how do you transition from one bullet journal to the next? Have you done it before? Do you worry about it? How are you going to recreate all these spreads? And which spreads actually did you transfer to your new bullet journal? That will be very interesting to know as well. So thanks again for watching. Hope to see you again in another video, and have a nice day. Bye bye.